to you 1 week away from Christmas on the Curt and Jen in the Morning podcast.
No, good morning and good everything else too. Yes, 1 week until Christmas. That's exciting. Did you have anything you wanted to say about that, Jen? I know you do.
No, I just 1 week until Christmas. I've got to wrap, I've got to shop, I've got to get my you-know-what together.
Oh, man. How many people still left to shop for?
Probably
Everybody?
3. No. I have many
Okay.
gifts. Many
You got
gifts.
some good stuff done then. All right. Well, for today's show, here we go. When will the rain stop in Seattle? I'm not there. I'm in Florida, so I don't, but you're telling me this is like torrential downpours and stuff.
I mean, I am in, yeah, we'll go through it. Yes, it's crazy.
Well, I'm happy I'm missing that. All right. Also on the show today, did anyone win the Mega Millions jackpot? It wasn't me. It wasn't Jen.
Wasn't
So,
me.
yeah. How about what do people really mean when they say they don't want a gift? Huh?
Hmm?
Huh?
What else do you have coming up? I'm trying to get my screen right.
Oh, interesting. Well, we have a cool Christmas song mashup we're going to play for you that I really like. Also, Seattle made another best of list. What could it be this time? We're best at everything. And finally, our Curt and Jen question of the day from yesterday was, what's the weirdest thing that you've Googled lately? And we got some fun Google answers. You and I actually have some good answers on that as well. All you have to do is open up Google and it shows you like your last 20 Google questions.
I couldn't get it to do that for me.
Oh, okay.
I finally did. Well, we can talk about that. But for now, why don't you tell us whose birthday it is?
Birthdays. Okay, we do have some birthdays. Billie Eilish is 23 today. Happy birthday, Billie. Christina Aguilera, ex-Tina, 44. Brad Pitt. You know how old Brad is? Well, you can see it right there.
I just saw the number. I didn't know he was that old.
That old. He's 61. And my sister Terry, who I'm staying with here in Florida. This is her birthday, December 18th. Happy birthday, sis.
Happy birthday, Terry.
She's the baby.
How old is she?
Baby of the family.
How old is Terry?
I don't know, 40 something.
Seriously? Only 40 something?
No, she's, I don't know, 53? 51?
She's my age if she's 53.
Early. Yeah, she's just a baby, just like.
Oh, happy birthday to her. What are you guys, wait, hold on. What are you guys going to do to celebrate?
I believe that we're going to someplace nice for dinner tonight. I didn't have any say in that.
Okay.
But I gotta remind you again, Jen, you're not the boss of everybody's birthday.
I'm not trying to be the boss of everybody's birthday.
You were yesterday. Birthdays have to be celebrated. They have to be huge. It's a very important day. Do a bunch of stuff.
Asking what you guys are doing to celebrate her birthday. Did you make her a cake? Did you make her a birthday treat?
I don't do the baking around here. That's what you do, okay? Did you make her a birthday treat?
If I was in Florida, I would have.
I know you would have. Now you made me feel bad. Way to go. I'm done. I'm not doing the show.
All right, we're talking about Seattle weather because I'm telling you what, I am up in Cedro Woolley right now, and it has been torrential nonstop for hours upon hours, and the wind is stupid crazy. I mean, it is. We're in a motorhome, and we're like swaying because it's so strong. It's a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Evidently, I'm seeing things here like up to 2 inches of rain. Wind around 25 miles an hour. Gusts could be up to 45 miles an hour along the coast, as well as north of Everett, around the water. So it does sound like this is pretty substantial for our area.
Yeah, definitely flooding of the streams and some rivers. And if you're going to travel over the pass, definitely check the conditions and use caution.
I did read that there might be a slight break for tomorrow and Friday. And then back in full force for the rest of the weekend, I guess. So
yeah, it's just, yeah, I mean, 'tis the season. It's that time of year, right?
Right. So basically be careful out there and yeah, be safe. Don't go through puddles. If you see a puddle in the road, don't drive through it.
Just a lot of rain. And you know what? The shortest day of the year is coming up on Saturday. Shortest day, longest night arrives Saturday, which means the days are going to start to get longer.
You love it. Absolutely love it.
All right, Curt. Yeah. I had to look this up because our friend Glenn reminded me that I need to go buy a Mega Millions lottery ticket. He reminded me of that yesterday, and so I did, and I did not win.
Oh.
No one did, actually. I looked
buying
it up.
A lottery ticket, say you buy $20 worth of lottery tickets, that's about the same is if you take a $20 bill and go to the end of your street and just set it down there.
I may as well have, yes. The Mega Millions jackpot, though, is now up to an estimated $825 million, which is the 7th largest ever for Mega Millions. Drawing is
Okay.
on Friday night, which is my mom's birthday. I'm feeling real lucky.
Oh, okay.
So
Isn't it
here's
funny now that we've seen these billion-dollar jackpots and stuff? So I think people are like, it's 825 million. I'll wait till it gets up to a billion.
I'm not.
I'd be okay with 825 million too. You know, anywhere between 1 and 825 million, I would be happy with, no problem.
No, wait, Kurt, I haven't done. I have to tell you something.
Oh, okay.
I may not have won the Mega Millions drawing last night, but
Right.
I did receive an email yesterday that said, "You singing My Baloney has a first name, it's B-O like, or O-S-C-A-R, has won you $50 in instant card."
You, you entered that thing and you won? You know, what I think
Yes,
it's kind of funny is you just screwed up the song, but
I
you
know,
actually did win.
I did.
And what did you get? $50 of baloney?
Have instant no, $50 in of an instant cart gift card, like an electronic instant cart gift card.
That's pretty cool.
I'll put it
You
toward,
keep entering
our
those things and
family
winning
dinner.
somehow. How do you do that?
I enter.
Oh, that's it. I enter.
I enter. I was talking to Pat. I said, "Pat, I won a singing contest." And he said, "You're basically a professional."
You can look at it as a singing contest if you want. I would say it's more that anybody who entered had a shot,
It
regardless of singing quality. But
that is
yeah, you,
true.
you nailed it. That's it. That's what you nailed it for
They
sure.
ran
Well, congratulations. What are you going to spend your $25 gift card on?
it's $50 and I'm gonna
Oh,
put it
50.
toward food for our family Christmas dinner
I
on
love that. Can I
26th.
play some transition music now?
Yes, you may.
All right, thank you for that. I thought this was great. We love hearing back from people, right? Who listen to the podcast. And yesterday we were talking for a while there, Jen. Yeah, we had a little story about how the proper way to eat a candy cane is, right?
Yep.
Do you start at the long end? Do you start at the curly end? Do you smash it up and eat little bits and pieces? So you suggested the only way that you eat candy canes is you start with the long end of the candy cane and you lick and lick and lick and lick and lick until it's sharp and super pointy. At that point, I made a joke about how you turned it into a weapon. And we heard from Randy, who said, my son Wesley was listening yesterday, and he
Thank you.
said before you give your answer of how to eat a candy cane, Wesley evidently said the only acceptable way to eat a candy cane is to make it into a weapon.
Thank you, Wesley.
So you're not the only one
Thank
that
you.
does that.
Well, and I was telling Pat about it, and firefighter boyfriend Pat was like, "I've never what are you talking about? No, no, I've never done that."
I don't know if I have either. I guess we're not as angry and vicious and violent as you. That must be what it is.
Well, then he thought it was really strange that I would try to poke myself with it. I just want I was telling him because I was telling him the story. I was remembering when I was little and I would do that. I would see if I could pierce my ear if it was like pokey enough to pierce my ear.
How did that work out?
It didn't.
Nice. Well, some people will be very excited about this. Go for it, Jen. This is your story you found. I had no
I just
idea.
want people to mark their calendars in case they want to try this because it's while supplies last.
Okay.
Tomorrow is the day that Taco Bell is adding chicken nuggets to their menu. We reported this, I don't know, at least a month or two ago, the saying they're going to do this. It's a big deal. And people are like,
Yes.
how is this even Mexican food? Or wait a second, is Taco Bell even Mexican food? But
Yes.
it's Mexican food because their nuggets are going to have crushed up tortilla chips as part of the breading.
No, I like that.
I do
Yeah.
too. I do too, Kurt.
It even says
And
here, that's what makes them Mexican. Okay.
yeah, and they're called crispy chicken nuggets. And they tested them in Minneapolis last year and then in Houston. And they say they tried out more than 100 different dipping sauces. They settled on three. It'll be the Taco Bell sauce made with tomatoes, chilies, and garlic, jalapeno honey mustard, and a Hidden Valley Fire Ranch that has fire sauce mixed in.
Okay. And you said this is while supplies last. The nuggets at Taco Bell starts on tomorrow, right? Okay.
I think that I am gonna try to go to try them.
Okay. Knock yourself
Okay.
out. Let me know how they are.
You could go too. They have Taco Bells in Florida.
I don't think they do. Sorry, but I don't think the Taco Bell. No, 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 no. If you're on the naughty list, this is a concern. First of all, do you know that you're on the naughty list? I don't think most people do.
Oh, some
But
people do though. Some people do.
most parents think that even if you're on the naughty list, that Santa will still stop at your house anyway. So that's the good news, right?
Yeah.
If Santa is the only reason your kid's believing, behaving rather, don't tell them about this, because most parents say, you know what, naughty or nice, Santa will be here anyway. About 87% say Santa will bring their kid presents even if they landed on the naughty list this year. So there's still hope for you, Jen.
So if kids get wind of that information, they can just act
Yep.
however they want. Like there's not really a big risk there if they want to be bad.
So should we stop talking about it?
No.
Okay. Well, there was another part that we found out that Santa, they had on here that on average, half of kids' Christmas gifts come from Santa, the other half come from their parents or other relatives. And Santa is responsible, it says here, according to kids, for around half of the best gifts they ever get. Not mom and dad, not sisters or uncles or whatever. Santa gives the best gifts.
Yeah, that's true in my family. Santa always brought the best gifts. I was
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
what
He's a
is up
professional,
with that?
He's a
Yeah.
professional.
Speaking of gifts,
Yeah.
when people say they don't want a gift, how many actually do? Like when people say I don't want a gift, what does that really mean? What are they
Right. How many
really
times have you
saying?
said, you talk to your significant other or whatever? What do you want? No, I'm okay. Don't get me anything. But then the big day comes.
And then
You
you don't
better
get
have something.
anything. And then you don't
Right.
get anything and then you're disappointed.
Right. So when people were asked what it really means when someone says they don't want a gift, about 4 in 10 say the person truly doesn't want a gift. If they say they don't want a gift, that means, you know what? They don't want a gift. That's about 4 in 10 people. But another 1 in 5 say they may actually want a gift, but won't be upset if you don't give them one,
I would say that's
Then
not
there,
being a clear communicator.
well, I maybe people feel, I don't want to ask for anything, but they still are kind of hoping for something. But here's where it gets dramatic. 9% say the person doesn't want a gift and will be upset if you get them something. Will legitimately be mad if you get them a gift. I said I didn't want anything, and you got me something. But
Well,
that's when you start getting into that sort of thin ice of, well, maybe you got them something, but they didn't get you something, and so it could be awkward.
I was just gonna say if you've agreed not to give gifts and you say you don't want gifts, but the other person got you a gift and you didn't get them something, then I can see
Right.
where you might be a little upset.
And now we're down to the 8% that they say a person says they don't want any gifts. They secretly do want a gift, and they will also be upset if you don't get them one. So it sounds to me like it's just a mess.
Just say what you mean and mean what you say. How about that?
That's what Jen says. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The U.S. Navy handing out honors as they do from time to time. This time they're handing out honors to Pete Mitchell, Les Grossman, and Jerry Maguire. Recognize any of those people?
They are all our characters played by the one and only Tom Cruise.
That's right. Tom Cruise got the U.S. Navy's highest honor yesterday. This was involving U.S. Secretary of the Navy Carlos del Toro. He gave Tom Cruise what's called the Distinguished Public Service Award for, quote, outstanding contributions to the Navy and the Marine Corps through movies like A Few Good Men. But we don't want to, we can't talk about Tom Cruise. We can't talk about him doing, military type of stuff unless we have some sort of a sound bite or something from Tom Cruise. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. What do you have for us?
How about?
I feel the need for speed.
Got it?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
There
awesome.
you go. So that's pretty cool. They don't give it to civilians all the time. So Tom Cruise got that again. It's called the Distinguished Public Service Award. Tom had a quote to say about it too. I admire all the servicemen and women I know in life. Something that is very true to me is that to lead is to serve, and I know that to my core, I see that in the servicemen and women. So
Nice.
Sounded very appreciative
You
of
know,
that.
I was thinking about the fact that they're honoring him, and I'm thinking, imagine, I mean, that the movie Top Gun
Hmm.
was a huge marketing it was awesome for the Navy because everybody wanted to be in the Navy and be a fighter, a jet pilot, right?
Heck yeah, yeah.
I did.
But you think about it, one of the movies they mentioned was A Few Good Men, and he was not being nice to the Marines in A Few Good Men.
No,
He was trying to bring them down. So regardless, it's a cool honor to get. Jen, you and I will probably never get that from the Navy.
no.
Hmm. Not in this lifetime, right?
The only thing I want from the Navy is to ride in a Blue Angels.
Oh, that'd be pretty stinking cool.
Yeah.
Back in the radio days, they sometimes would take people up in the Blue Angels, and man, that would have been awesome. All right, best cities for Christmas of 2024, right?
Yep. If you want to make sure you have a Merry Christmas, blow your whole budget on a last minute flight to Atlanta.
That's right. Wallet Hub came up with this. They ranked the best cities to spend Christmas. That was Atlanta taking the top spot. They base it on things like how many holiday themed events there are, how easy it is to shop, and how much people love the holidays based on Google searches. So how about we get the top 5 best cities for Christmas 2024? Atlanta, number 1, Pittsburgh, then Seattle. Number 3 of the best Christmas cities, and then we've got Las Vegas, and after that, Orlando, rounding out. So you don't actually have to go to Atlanta if you want to be in one of the top 5 cities for Christmas.
But if
You
you
got
want
it
to be
right
in
here.
the top city, then you go to Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, Seattle does a pretty good job. Did you go see Enchant yet, by the way?
Nope, I go see it at the end of the month.
At T-Mobile Park. That's pretty stinking cool, yes.
Yeah.
How about this? About those Canadians up north? Not far at all from us. Some Canadians would like Canada to become the next U.S. state.
What?
Yep.
Really?
Well, this has also been suggested, I believe, by our incoming new president, Donald Trump. He had sort of mentioned something like this. So they did a poll in Canada.
Okay, only 13% of Canadians want that to happen.
That's 1 in 10, man. That's pretty substantial. It's not very substantial. So 13% of Canadians say that they would like the country to become the next U.S. state. They actually broke it down by the provinces. So the breakdowns were that Alberta, residents in Alberta, they are most receptive of the idea of Canada becoming the 51st state. 2 in 10 are for that. That's followed by Manitoba and British Columbia. 15% of British Columbians say, yeah, we could be a state, eh? Sorry. We're happy to be a state.
Okay. Wow.
Nothing on that? I mean, it's just up the street from us.
It's not, I mean, that is not going to happen. But
I know.
thanks for the nice thought. At least in our lifetime, it's not.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
This is
I can't even believe this. There was a world's first driverless bus service, and the headline is it's going to be dropped. Well, no duh, because no one wants to get on it.
well, here's the deal. And there's something kind of funny and ironic about this that we'll get to. This is a
I
yes, a
saw
driverless bus. By now we're used to some of these vehicles being, autonomous and not necessarily having a driver, though there's always a driver in it, right? So this is in Scotland. They have full-size self-driving buses that have been in service since May of last year, of 2003.
Yeah, so like a year and a half this has been happening.
Right. So they were estimating a capacity of about 10,000 passengers a week. That hasn't really happened. The passenger interest did not meet expectations, so they're going to wrap this up. The driverless bus service in Scotland is going to go away in February. Again, this was the first of its kind. Now, here's what I think is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
The driverless buses have sensors enabling them to travel on pre-selected roads at up to 50 miles per hour. Okay, that's fine. And require 2 drivers on board when operating autonomously. Is it a driverless bus if there's 2 drivers on board at all times?
Well, it's driverless cars, and you like automatic cars, and you still have a driver in it. So that
Yeah, I understand, but how can you call it a driverless bus if there's going to be drivers in? I thought it was a good way to save money. I thought that was the idea. You don't have to pay bus drivers to drive you around if you're driverless, but I feel like I was cheated on that one, okay? So I'm going to say about that.
okay.
All right. You ready to hear this, Jen?
Sure, I've heard it. I wasn't impressed.
No, not the transition music.
No, I know. I know what you're talking about. I see what our next story is, and I'm saying I heard it and I
Yeah.
didn't love it.
Okay. Well, you're mistaken because it's awesome.
Okay.
we have a new mashup here. I don't know how new it is, but I'm just hearing about it now. I think it's relatively new. Let's put it that way. Where they took the songs, the Christmas song Feliz Navidad, right? We all know that one, and they mashed it up with Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. You didn't like it?
Mm-mm. Nope.
Okay, well, here's what it sounds like anyway. Crazy. That's a great song.
You love it?
I think it's cool.
I mean, you're a music guy. Like, you can mix music. So if you think it's cool, it's probably cool. I'm not a
I
music
think
person.
it's cool. No, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I kind of thought they're saying that this is the grungiest Christmas song of all time. So that I think we could agree is pretty much the grungiest of the grungy right there. Nirvana and Feliz Navidad. So that's available if you want to look it up on the old internets. It's out there somewhere for you. Okay.
This is a fun, cute story.
I think so.
A woman from Virginia. Well, let me start here. A plumber was doing maintenance at Fairview Elementary near Roanoke in Virginia.
Right.
And came across a metal Heathcliff lunchbox tucked inside the access panel of a wall.
Now, do you remember Heathcliff, first of all?
Yes, I remember Heathcliff. He was a cartoon.
He was the cool cat before Garfield came along, the cool
Yeah.
cartoon cat.
Inside, they found a thermos that still smelled like hot chocolate, an adorable drawing, and a tag with the student's name, Tracy Drain, who appears to have been in Mrs. Curry's class in room 30, which I love. They have all these details.
1982 is when this all happened. That's when she was there. I should also point out that they found in the lunchbox a still fresh Twinkie. Okay. So that was in there too. No?
Keep going. Finish the story up.
There wasn't really a Twinkie in there, Jen. The story was posted on social media, eventually came to the attention of the actual Tracy Drain, who lost her lunchbox during her 4th grade year in 1982. She was reunited with her Heathcliff lunchbox. And then I went a step further to find out, is that worth something? There is actually a 1982 vintage Heathcliff lunchbox on eBay in mint condition. Asking price for that is $147.
Nice.
I thought you said you liked the story.
I did. I do. I think it's a cute story.
All right. Let's move on to our question of the day from yesterday.
What's the weirdest thing you Googled lately?
Mm-hmm.
And yours was what, Curt?
Well, we had, first of all, I want to say, as always, we get great responses from people. Thank you for participating and going back and checking your Google, I don't know, what do you call it? Your Google history. Right. That's what we wanted. What's the weirdest thing you've Googled lately? I'm just going to give you the last 2 things that I Googled. I don't know how weird they are, but I Googled Take 5 candy bar. Do you remember those Take 5 candy bars?
Yeah.
I wanted to get one for my dad. I'm down here visiting, and I was like, you should try this candy bar, Dad, because he was having like a Hershey's bar. So I mean, I've got something way better than that.
Did he like
I
it?
Googled where you could find Take 5 candy bars, and also for some reason, I don't remember why, but I looked up full moons in 2025.
Curt, did you get your dad a Take 5 candy bar, and did he like it?
I just looked this up yesterday. I'm going to take one to him today.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Always trying to tear me down, Jen Pirak.
I'm not trying to tear you down. I'm just asking, like, you say that you Googled it to give to your dad because he was eating a Hershey's bar yesterday.
Yes, I just Googled it yesterday, and when I go to see him today, I will have with me a Take 5, which I believe is one that you like very much as well. Yeah,
it is. I like it. Yes.
What was the weirdest thing that you've Googled recently?
How to look up Google history.
It didn't just automatically populate when you went to Google?
No.
Okay. There's a little extra effort involved. Well, I appreciate you doing that. So we did ask you what's the weirdest thing you've Googled lately. We got a great bunch of suggestions from people, or answers rather.
Ken said, what does an otter eat? I wonder why he was looking that up. I wonder if he was going to the aquarium or something.
I don't know. And that's the funny thing. When you look at this, you think that'd be something that I might look up at some point.
Well, and I need to know more information from Sonia because I want to know why the heck she was looking up crochet microwavable potato bags.
Crochet microwavable potato bag.
Yeah.
Chris evidently Googled DK Metcalf Seattle house. All right. I hope that's not creepy for the wrong reasons. And then Emmy, does the oldest sibling get to open the first present? I don't know if Google will have an answer for that or not.
I like Randy's. Is tequila a fruit juice?
Is tequila a fruit? No.
What's tequila made from?
Is there any fruit in it at all?
I don't know.
All right, well, you know how we can find out.
Google it.
Google it. Susie, how much shampoo to use on Saint Bernard? All right. I would say a lot.
Brian said, myself. I had a reason.
I had a reason to look at myself. Okay,
Yeah.
Brian. Ego. Jeez.
Debbie said, state and federal laws on selling taxidermy. Oh my gosh.
She must have some stuffed thing she wants to get rid of.
Wow.
Yeah, I've got this beaver, and I need to sell it. I wonder if I can sell that or not. Aiden, this is another one. I imagine Aiden is a younger person. He Googled equation to determine reindeer power, which I actually then did Google, and it turns out that there's a formula. You can use the equation power equals force times velocity, where force represents the pulling force exerted by the reindeer. Velocity is the speed while pulling the sleigh. So there you go. You can actually find out reindeer power, like horsepower.
That's a lot of mathing.
Yeah, I don't want to do all the math, but that's how you do it.
Kate said she looked up a good book for men about menopause. That's kind of funny, actually.
Right.
And Flannery, WTF is a moon sign. What is a moon sign?
What is a moon sign, by the way?
I didn't Google it. I don't know. I'll have to ask Flannery.
I thought maybe you did know what that was.
I don't.
Well, that's still posted up there. So feel free to join in on that. What's the weirdest thing that you've Googled recently is what we're looking for here. Okay.
Okay, now, Curt, I need to preface you doing this story by saying I never really watched Seinfeld.
Okay.
So, I maybe have seen an episode here or there, and probably it's more like a clip here and there, like the soup Nazi.
Yeah.
I know about that dude. I know about Julia Louis-Dreyfus's character and her dancing.
Is there a square to spare? You know about that one?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, here's the deal. I'll explain, and I think a lot of people do know this. Seinfeld fans will be excited because once again we're coming up on Festivus, which was made popular from a Seinfeld episode back in 1997. It's a holiday that George's dad came up with. He says that Festivus occurs every December 23rd, and that's coming out on Monday. So if you are a Festivus fan or a celebrator, it is coming up on Monday. This is how it was put in the show. Okay.
A new holiday was born. A Festivus for the rest of us.
That's it right there. Okay. One of the traditions of Festivus is, well, there's the feats of strength and also the airing of grievances, which is where you talk about, well, in the show, they talked about all the people around the table, and he's like, you've all disappointed me, and here we go. I'm going to tell you all how you've disappointed me. The funny thing that I found online was there are actually people out there that celebrate Festivus, and they are suggesting their own airing of grievances. So I believe that these are like petty complaints and annoyances from the last year that people will say, well, this really annoyed me. And I'm going to say right at the top, I think this is first world problems. Like one of the grievances that somebody aired was, why does every bar have to have a theme now? Can't the theme just be getting drunk? Huh?
That's an airing of a
That's
grievance.
an airing of grievance, I guess. They don't only sell one sock in stores. I only am short one sock. Why do I have to buy two? See, they're not big grievances like, huge things.
There
like
will never ever be a size of venti. It is and always will be a large. What?
Okay. There's no venti. They're saying I'm going to order a large coffee, not a venti.
Well, a venti would be an extra large.
Well, whatever. Well, what's the largest that Starbucks has? They've got something above a venti.
Yeah, but wouldn't grande be a large?
No, they've got venti and grande, and then what is it? Tall?
I don't
Tall
know.
is small, grande is medium, venti is large, and then there's something bigger than that.
Okay.
Somebody else said airing of grievances. Roundabouts are not that difficult to navigate, people. If you can't figure it out, stay home. I think that's pretty funny.
Wicked
And how
was
about this
just
last one we'll do?
okay. Go ahead.
No, this is your big thing. You love it.
Wicked was just fine. Sure, it was entertaining, but I'm tired of everyone acting like it's a groundbreaking cinema.
Are people acting like that?
I don't know. This person thinks they are.
All right. How about to do this last one here? If you think Tesla Cybertrucks are cool, keep convincing yourself of that, but you're wrong.
Someone actually put all Costco's should be as easy to park in as the new Lake Stevens location.
Yep.
Where was this posted?
On the interwebs, on the internet.
Okay. All
Have you
right.
been to the Lake Stevens Costco yet?
Yeah.
Is it easy to park?
I mean, I don't know that it's any easier than any other Costco. I mean, there's some Costco's that are harder to park. Yes, that is a fact. Is
Okay.
Lake Stevens any easier? I'm not sure. It's worthy of mentioning.
Okay. Well, apparently this person, they like the Lake Stevens parking situation better than the other Costco's. And again, these are the little petty grievances that you have, I guess. And this is your time to air them for Festivus. So with that in mind, your homework, we're not supposed to call it homework, right?
It's
You
just
don't
the
like
question of
homework.
the day. Our question of the day is exactly that.
Feel
Not even a
free
question.
now for Festivus for the rest of us. We want to know your Festivus grievances, those little things that tee you off. Can I say tee you off?
Yeah, I think so.
There's some examples here. I'm sure you have your own. Let us know about it. We'd love to hear it. And keep in mind, Festivus is coming up on Monday. So get ready to party like, I don't know, it's Festivus.
For the rest of us. Okay, so so we're gonna post on Facebook,
Mhm.
Curt and Jen in the Morning Facebook page. What are your Festivus grievances, right?
Mhm.
And then it's just a complaining board. Like you just complain about the stuff that ticked you off this past year.
Right. And I
Okay.
love the fact that they're all kind of lighthearted and good fun. Nobody's like, my grievance is that the health system did blah, 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 blah. I don't think that's a minor grievance. I think that's a
So they're
bigger
minor,
deal.
minor grievances. Okay,
Yeah,
got
that's
it.
little things that
Got it. Got it. All right.
All right.
Well, thank you for listening. That wraps
Yep.
up our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow, bright and early and cheery for you to enjoy. We appreciate you being part of this program and letting us be part of your day.
Yep,
Make
be
good
careful
choice.
out there in the rain. I'll still be in Florida, so I don't know what's going on, but it sounds like it's pretty serious. So
Yeah,
do be
seriously.
careful.
Try to stay dry. Make good choices, find joy, and spread kindness.